Web 2.0 describes a second generation of the World Wide Web. The static web pages have shifted to a dynamic, user-generated content and the growth of social media. Web 2.0 is characterized by greater interactivity and collaboration, focused on the ability for people to share information online. Web 2.0 tools and social networking technologies are being used to support teaching and learning in classrooms. There are a range of tools that can be used, from Google Hangouts to Twitter, just to name a few. How are a teacher to decide which tool is right for the classroom? Most web tools can be opened in all media formats. These tools create and support a virtual learning environment. Online technologies in the classroom support communication and cultivate relationships outside the school environment as well. Web 2.0 offers numerous resources to support teaching and learning. As teachers, we want to use tools that enable students to create artifacts representing what they are learning. Teachers are thoughtful about how the use of technological tools are blended with careful instruction designs. Teachers can create virtual extensions of their classroom. In this podcast, let's examine 3 popular tools: blogs, podcasts, and wikis. What is a blog? Well, it's similar to a journal that's frequently updated and intended for general public consumption. To create a blog in the classroom, first you must discuss it with your students and find out from them what they're interested in, or what are their ideas and concepts for the class blog. It's a good idea for the teacher to have some ideas ready. Ours is Room 104 Lab. Continue to assign posts to students. Help expand and promote the blog to encourage additional guest posters, so other people can join your blog, make comments, and also this would open up opportunities for interviews on your post. Another thing is use the blog to communicate with the students and the parents. And I have students that don't remember due dates. So they can go to the blog and look for the upcoming due dates and tests, so the students are on task at all times. And parents, instead of sending home a newsletter, they can be up to date in all of the school's latest news and developments, especially in the class, and they too can also access the information so their students or their children can stay on task. For the students and for your own benefit, by starting to your own blog about your subject area. This could be a great study tool for your students who are enrolled in your class. And as we all know, class time is limited. So sometimes you can take a topic and add even a little more detail to it for those students who are interested. Podcast. It's a word that's from a combination of 2 words. The iPod, which is the MP3 player designed by Apple, and broadcast, so the term podcast. Podcast in the classroom. These enable the students to access the information anytime they want. Also, the information can be downloaded to their device of choice: computer, smartphone, tablet, or MP3 player. Then listen or watch the podcast whenever they are free. Teachers can record their classes and upload it online, creating an archive of lessons. This allows students to access previous lectures for reference and clarification on a subject. An absent student can access the class information directly without depending on others. Similarly, if a teacher misses a class, they can post the lesson online and make it available to students. Students subscribe to podcasts, therefore they'll be notified if there's an update. This is a major advantage of podcasting. The information is sent constantly and shared with all of the members. With podcasting, learning can be done outside the classroom environment and on the go. Every lesson can be downloaded on their smartphone or iPod. This stimulates different types of learners, as students can learn visually through videos and PDFs and auditory through audio clips. Students are motivated to learn and excel. Unlike the traditional learning methods, podcasting gives way to new strategies like guest lectures, interviews, and video demonstrations, to name a few. Students may be encouraged to develop their own podcasts, and this may improve their listening skills. A wiki is an ongoing document continuously being edited by anyone and everyone who has access to it. Wikis are websites that allow its users to freely add, delete, or modify content through a web browser. It is convenient and creative, and it encourages group interactions, collaborations, and asynchronous communication among its users. Teachers can upload schedules for the month, list of deadlines, test dates, presentation dates, etc. on wikis. This helps students plan ahead and organize their time and work to avoid handing in papers late or being unprepared for a test. They can also put up a whole class schedule and topics to encourage students to prepare in advance. Thus, wikis are an effective tool to communicate information within the class. We have all been there before, and often at the last minute before an exam, students are in a mad rush to collect study materials. Wikis are a boon for last-minute preparers. Faculty can post references for material taught. Students may also add on to these sources by creating encyclopedias, guides, references, facts and questions, and other materials. In this way, wikis have become a library by itself during exam time. Educators can prepare multimedia presentations to make classes creative and innovative for their students. Classes are brought to life with pictures, movies, audio-video clips, and virtual tours. This helps improve the performance of both auditory and visual learners. Students are also encouraged to showcase their talents and their abilities while creating presentations using wikis. Wikis are a great way to encourage student interaction and collaborations. Students can form groups, work on a common project, and post updates regarding their part in the project. Online debates, discussions, reviews of a class or a presentation, feedback and information, notes, ideas. These are just some of the ways students can exploit wikis. Participating in organizing group activities equips students with a sense of ownership and responsibility. The yearbook staff has encouraged me to encourage my students to create a fun corner on the website where they share pictures in class during the lab, their achievements, and interesting tidbits of news about science and what's going on in our science lab. These 3 tools can help students undertake projects that need not be limited to a class environment, to form collaborations with peers and staff, and generate a broader perspective by that out-of-the-box thinking. Well, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again in cyberspace, and I hope these tips have helped you to at least explore some of the avenues of Web 2.0 tools in your classroom.